Are you struggling to prioritize your creative or your writing projects? In this video, I want to show you how you can get everything nicely lined up in a way that is going to work for you. You might find yourself in this place where you've got a creative project or a writing project and you're really struggling to prioritize that between other paid work that's coming in and perhaps even family obligations. So how can you find a way to make the choices that are going to be right for you? So what I want you to understand is that there's a very powerful system in which you are coming back to what I call your source, okay? When you come back to your source, you're coming back within and understanding that that place within is where your creative impulse is coming from. If you're out there and you're responding to paid work or you're responding to family, you have come outside of that source. And that's why you're struggling to make your creative project high on the priority list, because you've essentially come out of the impulse and you're responding to external factors. And so that impulse is no longer having an effect on you. So what needs to happen is you come back within and you start to remind yourself about what your creative project is and why it's so important to you and what you believe is going to happen as a result of seeing that project through. And it might be that when you come into that place within you that you experience some doubt. You might start to think, oh God, well, I don't really know why this creative project is so important to me. The beauty of that, the beauty of discovering what I call these little glitches, is that then explains why it's easier for you to go out there and respond to family or other paid work. And it shows you, therefore, the cycle or the habit that you're getting into and why you're finding it difficult to prioritize. Because what happens is you come within with a desire to work on the creative project and perhaps you trigger a little bit of fear and that fear feels uncomfortable and you don't really know what to do about it or how to get through it. And so it's easier to then jump out and start to respond to family members or paid work. That feels more comfortable because it feels more habitual, it's more familiar. So I want for you to understand that when you do come within, you are going to experience some unfamiliarity. And usually that unfamiliarity then causes us to start prioritizing what we prefer, what feels familiar, what feels known, what feels more comfortable. So the practice is to come within and to start to make that place more familiar, to start to make that place more comfortable by asking yourself these powerful questions. So what's so important about this creative project? If there was no chance of failure, what would be the outcome? So you start to really get a sense of the positive aspect of seeing the project through, the kind of dream scenario. And you really start to align with that and you really start to get really seduced by that. So you don't want to let it go. You start to think, oh my gosh, well, if I finish writing this screenplay and it then becomes a feature film and then it gives me the opportunity of winning a BAFTA, like that's just really exciting. And that really feels like the life that I want. And suddenly you then want to start prioritizing that and still spending time with family and still taking on paid work if that's necessary. But your priorities shift and everything starts to align itself in a way that's going to be right for you and right for your creative potential. So I hope that practice really helps. Let me know in the comments below what you got from this video and let me know the areas that you are currently struggling to prioritize around. It might be that there are other areas as well as family and paid work that you're really struggling to prioritize. So drop that in the comments below and I can give you some pointers. It's always really nice to hear your individual experience and give you a guiding hand along the way to achieve whatever creative dream you have. And if you want more, then come find me in the Facebook community. There's lots of lovely content there and lots of Facebook Lives that, again, going to keep you motivated and are going to help you make the kind of alignment that you need to make. Really nice to spend this time with you. If you're new, why not subscribe and follow along? I will be here next Monday, so I really want to make sure you don't miss that video. In the meantime, take care and keep striving for your creative dreams.